HC
Yeah.
always seemed like a, and I am sorry to say this, but he always seemed like a tier 2 S class. Or like tier 2 pro. And by tier 2 pro, I mean like you have at the top Marco, Andy, ZAIN, Legend. And that's kind of like my top 3, top 5. And HC was kind of like the next rung down. Like I would never have expected him to beat them in a long series, if that makes sense. It's not an insult to him. It's just how I sort of categorize it in my head.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, actually. I think I agree with you. I mean, yeah, obviously, we haven't really seen Sander shine in a tournament, right? That proves us wrong, or in this case,
Yeah, I mean,
match, you know?
as you say, that's something else to bear in mind, that it's not, it's, I've never seen HC, even after ZAIN sort of left the scene and Legend started to take over and, really dominate, and over the last 2 years people have gotten sort of, the rankings have shifted, right? The rankings have shifted over the years, but HC never really seemed to take a place that was a podium finish, whereas ZAIN I still think of as a podium finisher. And so I'm biased towards ZAIN, thinking ZAIN's gonna win this, but I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to touch on. I know we're talking about HC's skill level overall and how he bases, or what results he has against like pro players like Legend and Marco and stuff like that, you know. ZAIN, again, he was maybe a top tier player back then. I don't really want to say that he was like Marco's level when it came down to... No, he was never Marco,
but he was Andy's level. He was Andy's level. ZAIN versus Andy was the OG matchup, right? In sort of 2019.
On Yuri's Revenge. Yeah, for sure. On Yuri's Revenge, 100%. I agree on that. HC never played, from what I'm aware of, never played Yuri's Revenge.
No.
Just like me, until we came to CNCnet.
And ZAIN is a Yuri's Revenge player.
Oh! Yeah, oh, that was close.
Did you see that?
Anyways, what I'm trying to say, long story short... Oh, he did get a drone, actually.
Is this actually in RA2 mode? Oh, I actually put this in RA2 mode. Just double check. Got it. It is RA2.
Yeah, I feel like that drone would have died if it was Yuri.
Yeah, that's very true.
But anyways, yeah, so Sander didn't really take Yuri's Revenge very serious. I think at one point he was quitting against every Yuri player he would match. Like, he never actually tried to learn it. All in it.
Because his mine is droned?
Probably.
No, he repaired it. And he sort of repaired it, Is that trash talk?
Aiko, of course, Sander played a lot of Yuri's Revenge, and he committed to playing against Yuri, but there was a certain time where Sander was not having any Yuri games. He would quit instantly. We actually had to, I think we were going to ban him, or we talked to him about it before we banned him, but Berg and I basically told him, hey, you can't be quitting against Yuri, man. Like, you're unintentionally pushing other players, you know?
If you play it, you gotta play it, right? You either don't do it or you do it properly.
Yeah, but anyways, Sander's really freaking good, man. He's competing against the top players. He's always taking games from the top players. So he has every right to be considered a top tier S-class level player based on that.
He's one of those people that I would say that he's never got his big break. And he's one of those people that I've always, I've not streamed very many of his games over, over the last 2 years of streaming, and I somewhat regret that, but at the same time, he's one of the very few people, and I think I can think of probably 3 people who really float around that Tim, Legend, ZAIN level, and then the level just below it. Like, it's the S class and the S class minus, or the S,
I see what you mean. Like, so it's like tier 3 in a sense. Marco, Woody, and even Legend at this point, right? And Laptop tier 1.
Too much credit, man. That's not giving too much credit.
Oh, Latov is fucking beasting him.
Latov is probably one of the like obvious examples of 6 months ago broke through that barrier, because when he joined, he was probably
Look at this crazy push by Sander, by the way.
Yeah, this is incredible. A couple of rhinos in HC's base, but nothing compared to what Sander has in with the elite. With the elite.
And this just proves everything I'm talking about. Sander can he looks like a sleeper. He even said GG. He demoralizes
He's a
himself.
Fucking sleeper
and then all of a sudden,
man.
he just comes out of nowhere and just boom.
He's a sleeper agent. Tim, in RA2 in the Western scene, sort of second up, aside from Legend, but back in the day, second to Marco. But he's further away from Marco than he should be. Like, his results are further than he should be, because
for sure,
like he sees him as the boogeyman. And anyone who's played any competitive sports, like, you know, you get that adrenaline rush and you can't calm yourself down, and you make more mistakes than you would have. You know, he could beat Legend back in the day 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, and then lose to Marco 6-0. Because he is chill versus Legend, but Marco is this big evil monster that lurks under the bed that he can't deal with.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. And that's something that the viewers might not even take under consideration. And it is a big factor, to be honest.
It is huge.
Like, it's a huge factor. When you're just watching the games, you don't feel any pressure. You don't feel any stress. You don't feel this build-up anxiety coming up to the match, coming up to it, right? But when you're playing at a high top tier level and you're playing against, especially if it's a grudge match, you know, like you don't want to look bad against this player. You want to perform the best, and you have this built up like stress almost, you know. And that's where I say that Marco is always so composed, because it doesn't seem like anything phases him, you know. He's playing Woody, he gets shit on, but it doesn't seem like it really phases him, as opposed to like somebody who just loses a normal quick match game, you know. That affects them more than like,
and
you know what I mean?
I imagine Tim is probably better in QM than he is in a series against Marco.
Yeah.
Probably. No, I mean, I don't know Ben particularly well, but the game I just played in Revo's tournament, my heart was beating. At one point, I was sweating. I had to turn on my fan like next to my desk, because I was sweating so bad, because I don't play competitive, but I really wanted to fucking win. And yeah, you know, you get like that. And like I said, anybody who's ever played any kind of competitive sports, you know, it does stuff, you know, it brings the sweat, it brings the adrenaline, and that's when you start to fuck up and make mistakes, second guess yourself, etc.
So it's a funny thing. I get cold when I get like in my moment, and I love that. I noticed when I used to go Halo. I used to play in Halo, right? And I used to go to tournaments across the country. So every time when we enter the venue was fresh. It wasn't fun. It was whatever. You know, we'd walk around for a while.
Used to do that.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking amazing. Good times, great times. But anyways, as soon as our match was about to start, even though I've been in that venue for so long, right before our match would start, I'd start freezing. Like, my hands would start getting so cold. I would bring warmers, because I would be like, oh man, what's going on with me, you know?
Yeah, I've done some competitive stuff before, and like it's been like HCKiD. Yeah, no, here we go. We're not talking about this game at all, but I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed. I'm just looking around the map.
Yeah, same. Oh, look at this. He
can hold this, but can he hold what comes next? But like, you know, I've been in like stupid hot weather, and stupid cold Canadian weather, and at the same time been sweating balls because I'm just like stressed so much, and there's so much adrenaline going around.
Yeah.
And you can't underestimate it. That's what I said. It's not even esports. Like, don't even say that any of this is esports. But if players act competitively and they try and do the best they can, you cannot deny that there's that feeling in their head that, you know, I'm going to try my damn best to do the best I can, and I'm going to do really fucking well, and then that's what happens, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it affects people's games, and I think Tim, like we talked about, just to bring it all back, I think that Tim slightly was affected by the fact that he was facing Marco, he's facing it in a competitive state, there's a show match, everybody's watching type things, you know, and I think these things were a factor for him that made him look like he was playing like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do target rifle shooting competitively. Was on UK teams for several years, and of course, like, heart rate is a pretty big thing when you're lying down with a rifle, like trying to shoot a target several hundred yards or meters away. And
but so, you're a real sniper.
Literally, like not even bullshitting. Yes, it literally was like 1200 meters, 1200 meter target shooting. And so if you get hyped up and the adrenaline gets going, like your heart gets pumping and your body starts moving up and down, and you can't aim for shit. And so, like, you know, yeah, it's that is a physical manifestation of you're nervous because you're like. Especially if you're winning, that's even worse. Because you're like, oh my god, I'm winning, I'm doing so well. Like, you know, and then your heart starts going through, like, you know.
You don't want to throw, you don't want to throw. Keep winning, just close this game out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gets messy. It gets messy. Anyway.
These players are gonna rewatch this. They're gonna rewatch this and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's 1-1 each now, so it's wake up game is over. Fuck off.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna concentrate. Concentrate.
I'll take another shot of vodka. It's fine. It's a gentleman's agreement, like engineering. If engineering is on, I won't eat unless I know the other person will. Like, you know, I'll always ask first, even if the rules say that you can eat, you know, gentleman's agreement. But otherwise, fuck you, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
So top and bottom,
like
because I feel like top and bottom's closer on the map preview, but now I look at the map, it looks closer to go left and right.
Right, yeah.
Uh-oh, ZAIN missing his oil. No. Yes? No? They're going left and right. Okay. So they're going your way. They're going the wrong way.
I think this is the best way, though, either way, because, well, it's easier to stretch out through the bottom, and that's what most players do. Like, they'll get the gems to the right side of, like, bottom left soil, and then they'll travel all the way down to, like, the right side gems. And usually on the top side, they kind of do the same thing. I wonder if it would play out so much differently if it was like a left versus right type of thing. I don't think you can stretch that well. You'd be facing off like maybe Sentry Wars in the middle. And HC sleeping on his engineer on the top left, by the way.
He is indeed.
And then a miner gets thrown from him, so he's in trouble.
HC, he won the first game. How is he losing it now?
Concentrate, HC. Concentrate. I wonder if it's gonna get killed by something. Oh, that's unfortunate. His drone misses ZAIN's miner, so.
But ZAIN still built a repair depot.
True, that helps. That makes your loss of a drone a little less, or less.
Like you still force them to like get on your level, right?
Yeah. Nice, 2 war factories stretch already for ZAIN. Yeah, this one plays out pretty slow at the beginning. It's usually just straight up building up. If you try to pressure too early, by the time you get to the other side, you're gonna have like 1 or 2 tanks less than the other player. I think it'd be nice if these guys actually try to steal each other's oils. But again, that's one of those like cheesy things that
I mean, it happened to me in Divide Freeze. So, yeah. Fucking Ben stealing my back oil.
Oh, Sander, ballsy. He sees ZAIN going to the top and he ignores it, just pushes down. ZAIN actually falls for it and continues to come down.
Oh no, he's going to take a miner.
Oh, that would have been
huge.
so tilting. that shot didn't hit. Nice.
Oh,
nice,
but
nice.
mine goes in the top for HC as well.
Oh, I think it was a bigger hit for ZAIN because
Yeah, I
his
mean-
miner was full of gems.
And ZAIN is only on 4. Xander is still on 5 miners.
That Sander on the sneaky little drone on the left. Oh, ZAIN does see it. Sentry. Oh, ZAIN sending another miner to the gems. He's long distance mining, which is effective, right? We talked about.
HC should take the tank fight. Don't you think? Maybe not. Trip hall versus trip.
Yeah, I wouldn't engage in that fight yet.
Oh, he's trying to hit the miner, but okay. Beautiful micro from HC there.
Nice, he saves the thing.
Beautiful micro. Yeah.
Alright, so what do you have? 7 miners for Sander right now, and we have 6 miners for
Yeah.
ZAIN has the 3rd expansion pretty soon.
But one of ZAIN's miners hasn't been mining. It's been on a repair depot for ages. It got repaired to full after being hit by a rhino for a million years. So that's the difference in the cash you see. 2 to 5k right now.
Yeah, Sander has to be careful though. He has 3 miners on the top right. He's gonna have to pay attention to that, or else they're just gonna be doing nothing but dirt, right?
He should have bank enough before they move somewhere else. Hopefully.
Oh, there's 2 of them go. Nice.
Yeah, 2 of them go there. 3 of them go. Excellent. Okay, so they're gonna auto move. 1 miner down for ZAIN, and at the loss of 1 rhino, can he get the rest out? Is he gonna lose a second? He does lose a second. Lose a third. Lose a third.
I don't like that from Sander. ZAIN sent way too many tanks on the top, on the left side. I think Sander could have committed on the bottom there if he wanted to. I think he could have won that.
I mean, like the second he saw ZAIN committing with that many rhinos, you move in more, right? Or you move in along the bottom.
Exactly.
Because now he's gonna be in real trouble.
There's a lot of tanks from ZAIN spread on his miners. He's gonna lose a miner or 2.
1 miner down. 2 miners down. But
Huge.
ZAIN loses 8 rhinos there for 2 miners.
He's still sitting in a good spot. I think he's still out tanks Sander. Ever so slightly,
probably
but I think
does.
he has the
Xander
advantage.
can snipe the bottom wall right now.
Yeah, this is gonna be really big for him. He needs this. He's gonna be set behind just because he lost his 2 miners.
Oh, he didn't stick around. Xander, what are you doing, chum?
Sander needs to expand. Where's his MCV? He needs to get.
He's got a
to the other
force in
side.
the top left, and that can definitely swoop down and hit top bottom left.
Oh. Little pathing. Strong pathing there. He picks off 2 easy tanks there. Got caught out of position. Sander regroups all his tanks, so no more split on the left side, but ZAIN still has his tanks on the top left, and they're going for more miners.
Yeah, but can Xander win the tank fight here? 1 miner goes down for ZAIN.
Not this way, I don't think. He's going in a little off.
Ooh, I don't like ZAIN's positioning here.
Close.
Xander sells.
He's close. ZAIN
Claps in on ZAIN on the bottom right. He needs to do it now. He needs to do it now. Before ZAIN wipes out his miners. Drones are being pushed top right, top left even. 2 drones get in? No, only 1 drone gets in. As ZAIN, though, not paying attention actually to that.
ZAIN just playing strong defense on the bottom. He needs to hold this. If he holds this, he wins, basically.
All of ZAIN's tanks top middle have gone down. 3 miners for Xander have gone down with them.
Sander officially hitting 1k. He's about to go broke. He only has 2, technically 1 miner working. The other 2 are just kind of.
ZAIN on 1, like a miner in the bottom left on half health. And he's all over the place. He keeps
Zane went for the base
moving.
trade. What's going on? He has 2 tanks that are drones, 3 tanks that are drones. His tanks are just gonna start falling. I think. Does Xander come back? Does Zane
Xander comes back, but he comes back like.
Can Zane throw this?
Yes, he is throwing this. He is legit throwing this.
He's literally.
But
throwing away all
Xander is
of his
also
tanks.
throwing this. Xander does not know what the fuck he wants to do. His tanks are going on bloody safari.
Man, I have no idea what's going on.
I know what's going on, but I don't know what players we're looking at.
So huge tank wave there by Xander. Just drones. All of the tanks just died. And he didn't get any value out of it. He didn't even kill a miner, I don't think. All the miners survived.
Xander is just sitting there.
He's scared of those drones, man. Those things are so dangerous.
Bill Connies!
That's all he has. He has no money. He has no miners. He has no war factories. He can literally play with just these amount of tanks here. And
he has racks. He has a million Connies. Attack move them towards everything. Bottom right.
True. He needs to bring everything. Another one of the tanks gets
Build Tesla Troopers, for God's sake.
This one's over. This one's over. Zane.
Yeah, it's over. Zane wins on drones. Xander's problem here was that his tanks were moving around without doing anything. I was following his tanks around the entire time we were chatting, and his tanks were doing sweet fuck all.
Yeah, sometimes it can be like that when you have a couple different places to look at.
Analysis paralysis, as they call it. You know, you don't know where you're going. Don't move! Attack move, you fool!
Uh-oh.
And it's
picked off now.
GG.
Yeah, Zane. Roll right through here. Take that.
And that's GG.
Player defeated.
Wait, this is game number 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Zane is up 2-1.
You know,
so would you be one of those people who would say that Tim versus Zane in RA2, Tim wins out, but in Yuri's Revenge, it's Zane wins out, but maybe not to the same degree? So like Zane is like Tim, 1 point above Tim in Yuri's, but Tim is like 10 points above Zane in RA2, sort of that kind of thing.
It's very hard to say, you know, because I don't want to keep saying that Tim's better than Zane.
I do.
Zane
I do.
Is really good. No, Zane is really good, but at the same time, Tim was really fucking good on Yuri's Revenge as well. Just because he doesn't like playing it doesn't mean that he wasn't good. I remember there was a tournament. It was one of the earlier tournaments in the CNC Net thing. Leo is a really good Yuri player. In this tournament, it was going to be Tim against Yuri. Andy bet me $20 that Tim would not win a game against Leo, or that Leo would win the series, basically.
Versus Tim?
Tim 5-0'd Leo.
Yeah.
Leo plays a damn good Yuri's Revenge, or Yuri faction.
Oh yeah, Yuri. Yeah.
Tim 5-0'd him, you know.
I would not expect. I am not expecting Yuri's Tim to beat. I would expect him to beat Leo, not 5-0. I expect maybe a 5-2.
So that's the Tim that I see, and that when we talk about like, can Tim beat Zane? Yeah, of course, you know, because I see this different Tim that not a lot of people saw maybe nowadays. He doesn't really care too much, and now he's more of an allied player. You know, he hardly even plays Soviet. I don't think he's played Soviet in the last year.
Tim is. I would say that Tim is, in some ways, and this is a controversial opinion, but I think Tim can play all 3 factions on average better than Marco can. If you average out all 3 factions, and it's impossible to prove, obviously, but I think Tim can play a better allied than Marco can, and I think the amount that he can play allied better than Marco is a. In fact, here we go. I've got to get a allied versus allied Marco versus Tim series going. That's what this seems to suggest.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean,
you think Marco is a better allied player than Tim?
Yeah, you know what? It was close. The allied versus allied tournament that I hosted a couple years back.
I remember that.
Allied. Yeah, Tim beat him the first round, the first time they matched, and then Marco took him out the second time they matched.
Really? Oh, okay.
So Yeah, and then Marco, well, the first match, him won convincingly, to be completely honest with you. But then the second match, Marco won, I feel like it was convincingly too. So, I don't know. I guess it's a toss-up, 50-50 at this point. But maybe we can get that, or we can arrange that. That would be pretty nice to watch.
Maybe I'll do it. I'll do it. Or I saw somebody to host it. I think it was Ivor maybe did an Unholy Alliance series the other day. Legend versus Marco, I want to say. Unholy Alliance. Somebody in chat can correct me.
Yeah, well, I hosted it.
Oh, was it you're hosting it? That was it. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, no, it was while there was the chat about the tournament was going on. That was it. I maybe Tim versus
somebody pointed out
Marco on that would be interesting.
Yeah. And when we talk about like how good of an Allied player are they, you know, there's a lot of different like what is it? Luke pointed out. It's not just Allied versus Allied, right? How good are you as Allied versus Soviets as well? How good are you as Allied versus Yuris? You know, like that all kind of goes into what we talked about. And Marco, I see him beat Yuris, Soviets, or Allies as Allied all the time. So pretty hard to argue against.
But I feel like the one thing you're missing out on there that is really specific to this matchup is how bad is Tim versus Marco on the day. How much is Marco getting in his own goddamn head and screwing himself up when he plays Marco on the day? Because I've seen him play well versus Marco and lose, and I've seen him play badly versus Marco and lose really badly.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, and I've said this before, dude, I love quick matching against him when he's quick matching Marco. If I just go in there and I match him, I swear to you, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, he destroys me all the time. He knows he's playing against me, and he just hits on me. Like I've said before, I try to split like 1,000 splits on him, whatever it is that I can manage to freaking do, and he just sees everything, counters everything, and doesn't care. Like it doesn't phase him.
Tim is a fucking genius.
Yes, but when he's quick matching against Marco and I go in there for a snipe, I swear to God, it feels like I'm playing against Steve. He sucks so. I'm just kidding, but he's not very good. Like you can tell that he's just playing off. Like he's risking things that he should not be risking.
Yeah.
He's missing splits here and there because he's like too focused on other things. Like I don't know, his mental game is just not there. You know. So I laugh at it just because I get an easy win, but obviously he can shit on me if he really just wanted to.
Yeah, no, I mean, to draw it in comparison for people who don't necessarily know those players particularly well, it is like when I always beat Kane, but it's similar to when I play Kane. In fact, it's the other way around for Kane. Kane beats people who are better than me in 1v1 or QM, but whenever Kane and I have a 1v1, I always beat him in a series without fail. I've never lost. and it's same with actually Snark and SFJ, right? I've genuinely never lost even a single game, let alone a series versus Snark and SFJ. And I have no idea how.
I don't believe that.
Snark
is pretty fucking good at SFJ.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. I have lost regular RA2 against Snark. I have never lost a single game against Snark and SFJ. And I am not playing an SFJ series against Snark ever again because I like to hold my record. But
I was about to arrange a match. Come on.
No. But it is the same. It is that mental component, right? That any competitive series has to hold. Also, back to this game because Gino is getting aggressive, and Gino is a big angry Australian person. ZAIN has lost his MTV.
Alright, so Xander's sitting on 4 war factories and what do we have, like 8 miners, 9, 10, like 11 miners. And ZAIN's sitting on 3 war factories. He rebuilt his MCV, by the way. He did have a depot, but he's grinding or mining nothing but dirt on the left side here. He needs to move. He needs to expand here, which he does obviously now that
he's got 7k in bank. He's got quite a lot.
Yeah, he needs to start moving his miners now, though.
I want to see HC split his tank force. He out-tanks Gino. Gino? No, ZAIN. Gino has no tank, so he out-tanks Gino, but he also out-tanks ZAIN, who's in this game. Like, he could go half and half.
HC move. Oh, the drone. Oh, the drone. Okay, he has a depot. It's all good. get sometimes.
Miner is dead. Miner is dead. Miner is dead. Miner is not dead.
Save it? Did he save it? He doesn't realize he got drunk. That miner's just gonna jump to the next miner now. When will he realize that his miner is drunk? Will he realize?
I had it selected and it's now unselected. So I think it's dead.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, is that the same one?
Yeah, no, that's a different one. The other one, this drone jumped onto the second miner.
Ah, okay.
Sander moving his MCV to the bottom right. I don't know where he's going with that. I mean, his MCV.
Oh, tank force going bottom right. Oh, but fucking
a lot of drones
coming down.
Sander's MCV still on the bottom right.
He needs to, yeah. I mean, Sander wins this, right? Right?
Ah, man, I want to say that he's in a good position to win this.
Decisive engagement. Here we go. Picking off some of Zain's tanks in the front.
Sander's MCV is still running back and forth. He's in shambles. His pathing is everywhere. He did have a split on the top, which just got destroyed by a bunch of drones. He still has a lot of tanks.
Come on, channel the power of your ancestors. The Germans knew where they wanted to go, Zander.
Oh my god, stop doing that. Nick's gonna show up in chat.
You can say that.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
That's gonna be, those drones are gonna have to do some work here in order for Zain to come back from here.
Sold the MCV. Zander's tanks are split out all over the place. It's like 1945 all over again, and Zander looks like he is struggling here. Can't decide where he wants to go. Hitler is in command right now.
Zain is in full control here. Yes. It looks like now Sander chooses to take control over his game instead of chasing around those tanks for like, I don't know, God knows how long, just messing up everywhere. Here we go. But there's going to be a lot of drones in his base. He already lost a shitload of tanks to just nothing but drones. I'm not sure if he's handling the drones well enough.
Zain wins the base trade.
Yeah, Zain's in a way better position here.
I mean, Zander has more rhinos.
Zander's rhinos are all just disappearing.
But he has more.
Zain's pulling back. Zain is pulling back.
Zander wins this. No, he doesn't. He has no production.
Yeah, he does win this. He does win this. No, he doesn't win this.
No,
he needs to kill those tanks so he can at least...
Minus! Give me minus! Tesla troopers! Oh, Zander, what did you do? Oh, fuck.
I don't know what just happened. There was a lot of... I don't know.
Do you know how hot it is in Americana at the moment?
How hot is it? It is for me right now. It is. How do I say this for you?
Say it in Fahrenheit.
74. 74.
74. Okay. Say it in like global units. I know. It's like 20 degrees here. So I don't know. That's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. What did you say?
74 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know, man.
It is 68 here. It's 68. It's 68 here. It's 68. So like 68 is like the kind of temperature just above what you'd like set the AC in your car or in your house, like ideally. Like for me, I like my house or my car to be slightly below comfortable. Like or like an office or my car to be, you want it just below comfortable so that you stay awake and alert and like alive. I never want my car or office to be the temperature where I'm comfortable. I want it to be slightly like a degree or two centigrade, 5 degrees Fahrenheit below comfortable, just to keep you like alert and awake. You don't want it to be like you're on holiday, right? You don't want to fall asleep.
I respect that. I like that. Actually, I might even take that into consideration when I'm at work, because sometimes I get too comfortable and I just sit back, relax, and talk shit on Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, just 5 degrees, just five degrees, like, you know, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius or whatever, like 68 degrees Fahrenheit. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, as a sort of maximum temperature. Anyway, back to this exciting game. ZAIN, Rocketeer is coming out. He's playing Americana. HC playing the Soviet Union here, or actually no, playing Iraq.
That was very interesting. Sander just put a drone right there and just left it there for dead. Like the Rocketeers was just free hitting it, and the drone just stood
okay,
there.
I'm not gonna lie, Ed. What the fuck map are we playing? I've never seen it before in my entire life. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. I've never seen this map in my entire life. What is it?
I think it's called what is it? What was it called? I forgot, dude. I'm not too familiar with this map myself. I had it vetoed in quick match. I think I played it once or twice. Impasse. Okay. I don't know anything about this map. I don't
Have
know
you ever played in
QM.
Impasse?
Oh, what?
Impasse. Have you ever? Is it in quick match? Is it?
Yeah. It is. I have it vetoed.
You have it vetoed. Okay, good choice. I used to, when I used to play quick match, when I played quick match for one day, I had all my least favorite maps vetoed. Then I played quick match start of this month, and I could only veto 3 maps.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, well, like 2 years ago when you played quick match, you could veto. It was like you had veto maps and non-veto maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you can, it's like just one single list, and you can veto any, except like you can veto any map, but only 3 of them, right?
I think you're allowed to veto 6 if I'm.
Okay, 6 of any of them. Whereas in the olden days, you could veto. There was like a veto list and a non-veto list. Like there was.
Yeah, it was the standard, non-standard.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I preferred that because I like to veto lots of maps because I'm bad at all of them.
Yeah, I actually like that format too.
Yeah, you're supposed to say no. You're great.
No, it's just that I agree with you that I like the format too myself. I thought it was pretty cool to just have a set standard maps where they're deemed as balanced for all factions.
Yeah,
and any, you know, and then then throw any number of maps out there that are imbalanced, whatever it is, a favorite of whatever, blah blah blah. But you're allowed to veto it, so it's not like
and maybe if you want to be like particularly gamey, you allow like you have a non-standard map list of 10, but you can only veto 9 of them.
Yeah, I think Josh
had
some similar idea, something like that.
Like so you have to allow like 1 or 2 non-standard maps. That would be quite fun. Anyway, on this game, HC taking the top right position. Looks like it's an anchor position. I have no idea what this map is. Ed seems to have no clue what he's doing. Useless commentator with me. VIP removed.
So Sander picked off one of those miners in the center, by the way, and it looks like ZAIN. It doesn't seem like he's in any hurry to leave his base. If you look around, all on the right side and the center there, if that's considered the center, he's just camped out. He has GIs everywhere. He already has preemptive prism towers, which is good, by the way, because this is what allows you to run around the map later on. If you have any splits, you can easily do it because you're well protected in any other choke point.
And what do you think made him go allied instead of Soviet?
Look at the map. I think the map itself kind of just, it's big enough, and you can fly around Rocketeers, dodging black tracks if you need to. Oh, this is a huge engagement on the bottom. I didn't think Sander was going to be able to just push through here, but he looks like he's kind of coming out on top here.
he got his big dick energy on finally. Oh, and
dude, he's committed, strong. I freaking respect that. I would have not committed to that.
He's won this. He's won this hard. ZAIN is trying to go for a base trade. I like the fact that Sander is split. Well, maybe do I like it? Yes, because he pulled back. Fucking genius. And then hold the top right, sack the top left, or hold the top left, sack the top right, and then push down in the bottom right. Go, Sander, kill him! But
yeah, Sander has full control of his map here now. He still has some tanks at ZAIN's base. ZAIN still has 2 war factors on the bottom left side of the map, though. I'm not sure if Sander even knows he has those. But yeah, I don't think he can come back now.
Yeah, Ed, stop distracting Matt. I think the vodka did that.
Wow, that was actually a very nice push by Sander.
That was incredible.
I liked it.
And I feel like it wasn't an incredible push in terms of his tactical, like the tactics of it, like how he did the push. It was the timing. It was a strategy, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't get in Yuri's Revenge, is that there is a big difference between being able to push in the right way and also being able to push at the right time. And that's GG.
Player defeated.
Like, some people can push at the right time, but push in the wrong way and lose the push. And that's tactics. Like, that normally gets, like, shrugged off as a sort of, oh, well, you fucked up tank control. But that is tactics. Other people...
what it is your execution at the end of the day, right? Because a lot of people have the same mentality. Like, everybody can think, okay, if you guys just push here, you win, right? But it's how you execute that push. Yeah. And that's what separates the top tiers versus the lower tiers.
It's tactics versus strategy. Exactly. What you want to do versus how you're going to do it. Lots of chit chat. It is lots of chit chat. And on the one hand, I'm like, oh, I wish I was paying more attention to the game, but I don't speak to Ed very often. And Ed is saying lots of interesting things. And I don't feel like I'm doing the stereotypical
some game analysis. We're all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's all RA2 related chat, right? Like, it's not,
not me.
Yeah, apart from the brief anime bit. But it's all RA2 related chat, so fuck you, Twitch chat.
Check this out, Matt. ZAIN sticking with Allies once again.
On Pirate Bay.
So he's 1-1 right now with Allies. I want to see how this plays out.
I don't like Allied on this map.
It's a tough map to play Allies, but the thing is, you do have 2 paradrops, right? Yuri's Revenge is a lot stronger, obviously, having those 2 paraports, but still 2 paradrops here for free. It's still pretty strong.
I'm here to learn about the Cold War. Well, you picked the wrong time to do that. I'm being responsible.
So what do you think, Sander? Does Sander apply early pressure, or is he eco?
I think on the basis that Sander's Soviet and ZAIN's Allied, Sander wins this.
You think so, huh?
Who do you think is stronger, Allied or Soviet here? Gino says Soviet is stronger here. Twitch chat says Allied is stronger here, but Gino says Soviet, so I'm gonna go with Gino. Okay,
well, here's the thing. Most Allied players that feel that Allied's just this weak handicap thing are gonna obviously say Soviets are strong. But here, I've seen Paf make a naval yard pretty early on and just take those bottom techs. He just takes the oil just for free, you know? There's so many tactics that you can choose to do. I feel like you have more options. But the raw power of Soviets.
Yuri's Revenge.
Hard to argue against that.
Yuri's Revenge. Yeah, it's...
But like, him losing that airport, do you think it was a Soviet thing? Or do you think it was a misplay by ZAIN there? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he only sent 2 tanks.
I mean, that was a misplay by ZAIN, considering that ZAIN has 5 Grizzlies and Sander only has 2 Rhinos. He could definitely outplayed that.
Yeah, easily.
This is Yuri's Revenge. Like, you're in Yuri's Allied actually has a chance. In RA2, no. Your Allied has 0 chance whatsoever.
Yeah, but, well, the point that I was trying to make is that it does favor Soviets, but it's not that Allies can't compete. There's a lot of things that Allies can do here, and they can definitely give you a run for your money. If you're not careful, like, look what ZAIN's doing right now. He's all over. He took the airport.
He's taking the oil.
He's taking out, yeah, he already took the power on the top right as well. He's all over the place. He's gonna have 2 paras pretty soon right now. One of the paras already dropped on the oil. Literally everywhere.
I mean, there's action everywhere here. There's action everywhere here. This is.
He even has a tank at his MCV, at Sander's MCV right now. Those 2 GIs that killed the oil on the top right. He just captured
he should have. What do you think? Should Sander have tried to stay for the AFC? Do you think he would have got it?
I don't
Oh,
know.
the
Sanders
house.
too distracted. Like I said, look at he captured the building there. He took out the refinery. He was distracted by
That
a
was huge.
single
That was huge.
single allied tank at his MCV. Yeah.
It's the best of 11, by the way. I'd like to point out that actually I haven't been recording. I've only been streaming. I don't. So we've been going for 45 minutes, I want to say, for this series. 5 games so far. This is game number 6. It's best of 11. So it's first to 6. And ZAIN is on 3. HC is on 2. So if ZAIN wins this, he's still got 2 more games to go. Like, this is huge. This is a long series. This is a long-ass series.
Matt. ZAIN is proving the doubters wrong, man. Allied OP.
Allied OP. so what you're saying is that Korea does not need Eagle hit chance buff.
No, not at all, man. That'll make him way too strong.
That would make him way too strong, man.
Imagine what you can do if you can hit one shot.
Over 50% hit chance. Like, oh my god. The Yuri's Revenge community would start, like, you know, raging like tiny toddler children.
I can't see that happening. No,
No,
our community's
the
pretty
RA2
composed.
community.
They communicate fairly well.
Yeah, the community is not so childish that they would start crying like babies, correct?
Sander, what is he doing? I think he's committing to this. He's going to push straight down the middle here.
He knows.
ZAIN caught out of position here for a little bit.
This Yuri's Revenge, you let Allied get late game tech. It is not fun, boy. You get the Mirages.
Chase him out of his base here. This is not good.
The back 4 Rhinos are dead. Let the Mirages go first. Mirage. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding. Chasing Soviet tanks with Grizzlies, not a good idea. Chasing Soviet tanks with Mirage, you're fucked.
See no discussion at all. Yeah, right.
The radar's coming out. Does the Desolator come out in time?
Yeah, it's
gonna need it.
Like, the Desos are not enough right now.
Oh, he does have a strong, large army here. I think he can push right through this, actually.
Yeah, he pushed right through this. I realized it was RA2. Why the fuck is AC not winning? I thought this was Yuri's Revenge for a minute. I was like, oh yeah, Yuri's Revenge, Allied late game. Yeah, they're gonna win. No, it's RA2. It's Soviet supposed to win. This is not how the script is supposed to go. These guys are all paid actors. Twitch chat knows this.
There's 3 miners AFK for Sander right now. On the top side.
This is like Sander has mentally given up. You saw that 2 minutes ago.
I know he's still in this game, man. He's still all right. He has a decibel bomb coming in right now.
He could be.
Execution, right? Execution. Here we go.
But he's
he
mentally
needs to
given
play
up.
this one right.
He's mentally given up. I guarantee you. He can win this, but he...
This is good. This is good.
Oh,
this is huge.
It's huge. Click, Sander. No.
Oh, he's not targeting. He's not targeting well. That was not good.
And that is GG right there. The Elite Grizzly.
Sander still has 2K, but he still has those 3 miners AFK. I don't know what's happening there. Oh, he sees him. Nice, finally.
And this is over, man. This is over. He spied. Yeah, he spied, man. He spied at some point.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that. Yeah.
I just realized. I was like, why has he got so many vets?
Oh.
This is RA2, Frank, and anybody else. Every map is Sove map in RA2. OMG, I'm turning into Andy. Yes, do it, Frank. Do it. But yeah, like it, vet Grizzlies. Here we go. And the Prism Towers come up. Anyone seen Frank and Andy in the same room? That is a very good point. They might actually be the same people.
Yeah.
Right. Oh dear.
So we talked about everything that the Allied has, right? And I'm so happy that ZAIN kind of utilized most of the things that I was talking about. Look at the utility. Look at the freaking the units that Allied can use to make them OP. Like
Well, that's the point
Allied
of Allied.
tanks.
That is the
Look
point
at
of
Allied
Allied.
tanks, man.
It's supposed to be a diverse unit group, right? It's
Yes,
supposed
but
to...
oftentimes we see people, Soviet made 3 war factories.
Yeah,
As Allied, I'm
but
going to
that's
make
my
3 war
point.
factories too. And then I'm going to go and face these tanks face to face, head on. You know, like, no, you're Allied. You're supposed to outrun them. You're supposed to do
Exactly my point.
obviously, a lot easier said than done.
It's countering the like, you know, what the meta has made, and going back to what the original game in theory said it should be. Like, you know, it's like GDI versus Nod, right? In Tiberian universe. GDI is supposed to have that difference of units, and it's supposed to be able to win with the late game tech. Same with GDI versus Nod. And you very rarely see that in multiplayer meta, but ZAIN just showed it off and showed that you could do it against a decent level player.
There was one game specific that's pretty popular out there. It was Matt versus Latov on Jungle of Vietnam. Latov stretched his entire base just about all the way to Matt's base, like structure by structure, just going all the way there. And he just pushed his base along with a bunch of APOCs. I think it's online somewhere. Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere.
Did you stream
There's a bunch of APOCs and Desolators and everything. Did I stream it? I think Josh might
I want to
have
see
streamed
this.
it.
I'll post it in my Twitch chat. I'll put it in my Discord and the other Discord right now, because if Ladov is building APOCs, like, my God, everybody should fucking know about that.
Yeah, let me see. I think it was Josh who streamed it.
Okay, I will drop a message, or if somebody in Twitch chat can find it, let me know. Don't post it because it will time you out, but tell me if you find it, and I'll allow the link post.
I found it.
You try posting it as a VIP. Try posting a link in Twitch chat.
Okay.
Path is about to get timed out. Wait, Path didn't get timed out? What?
Oh, he beat me. Yeah, that's this one.
Neither of you got timed out. This is in great detail. But 100%. RA2 Pro Games. Whose YouTube channel is that?
I think that's Josh's. Distant Q.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's one of the YouTube channels I don't know.
Yeah. So ZAIN switching to Soviet here, as Andy pointed out.
You have to be Soviet here. You have to be Soviet.
Yeah. Do you think Allied have a chance here?
No, because a drone comes out, the Allied MCV can't move towards the middle. That is something I learned from Andy I was going to say years ago, but it's not years. But a long time ago, I remember Andy saying that on this map, if you have AVS, Soviet can move towards the middle because Allied don't have a drone, whereas Soviet do. So Soviet can build a drone, move it forwards, and then Allied can't move towards the middle, and so Soviet can. I know it's not a universal 100% all the time thing, but it's a sort of mutually assured destruction thing, right? When you're SVS, neither of you assume that you can move towards the middle, but playing Allied on this map, if you can't go towards the middle, and the Soviets could if they wanted to, and that could be so devastating to you as an Allied player, because it gives the Soviet map control.
It's pretty strange for Andy to say that, right, when he makes 2 NGIFVs in every fucking game. So as soon as he builds the war, he moves his MCV to the middle. He's already going to make 2 NGIVs. He's going to protect his MCV to go to the middle. So I don't know why his excuse is that he can't go to the middle.
He just said in Twitch chat, and I was thinking while I was saying it, like, I think the caveat might have been actually that he was saying it about RA2 as opposed to Yuri's Revenge, to be fair. But honestly, me as a noob and an intermediate player, I've transferred that knowledge into Yuri's Revenge, because at an intermediate level, it stays true. RA2 or Yuri's on this map, if you go AVS, A can't move towards the middle, but S can, because of the threat of the drone. A can't move at all. So
Well, one thing about this map in particular compared to like Heck, where I feel like in Heck, if a Soviet player goes to mid,
APT, thank you very much for the follow, man.
you're kind of just screwed, right? Like there's not much you can do about it because there's so many gems there that you can build literally an empire there, right?
Yeah, it's
But
what,
here-
18k,
here-
16k per gem pile in the middle.
Yeah, this is not too bad though because the side lanes have like look how much ore that you have gems, you have extra gems on the side and stuff.
Yeah, but it's
If
36k
you're moving,
in the middle.
oh no, I'm not saying it's not at all OP or having. No, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's OP. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not OP. It's very strong, but it's not OP. You can still outplay the middle game from the left sides. It's been done to me, and I've done it to others, and I've seen others do it to others, and the
Yeah,
same.
but you're not
vice
very
versa,
good
you
at
know?
the game. I'd say, you know, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm joking.
I disagree with the mentality that some people have where
joking,
if you
I'm-
move to the mid, it's over, you know?
It very much depends who you're up against. 100%. And I agree. It's if you move to the mid, you've got to know what you're doing as well. It's not a.
And
it's
see,
not a move to the
Andy
mid
says it
auto
himself.
win.
I stretched normal and he moved. I never took mid and I won when he just played against Sander. And this is what I'm talking about. You have the tools and all the gold needed as well on the sides to build up. You don't. The middle doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Whereas in Heck, that's OP. If you move mid, it's over. Like you can't do anything about it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, part of that is like, you know, just geography and like conditioning, right?
Yeah, so, well, I mean, you have an extra expansion to kind of defend. If you're in this outer edge, you can always, like, split, do whatever it is. It opens the game up, though. I really do like that about this map.
France works here, says Luke. I mean, yes. I mean, beyond Heck, like, I think the Chinese players proved that Heck worked as a France player. I think after Heck, here is the next best one. But I think the Western players, the first map they think of as France is this one. But
I just got shit on by Jaxi on here.
Okay, I mean the Chinese players I think dominate. They brought France into Heck last year, like start of last year before the Armageddon tournament. They just they started playing in QM last January, February, March. And they dominated. Talking of dominating, ZAIN top left right now. You know, people were winning against the Chinese players in series, but would lose on Heck against Chinese France. Marco lost against Shen 6 of all people. Not Woody. Shen 6. Shen is a decent player, high level player. I haven't seen him since the Armageddon tournament. Very good player. Like he's Gaoki. Like he's next after Gaoki. He's like the third best
Sanders
Chinese.
tanks are gonna get sandwiched here. Sorry.
Oh no!
He's just getting shot down the cliff.
He can get out. But Marco won like a 6-1 tournament versus Shen. And the loss was on France.
Yeah.
Legend won worse because Legend is a noob, but Marco made it last a bit longer. Anyway,
Sander was doing awesome splits left and right. He was taking miners
I've been following him along while nattering.
Yeah, ZAIN just overwhelming him here with just so many tanks. Meanwhile, Sanders split. He's taking all the miners on the right side, but I mean, he might lose the game. I don't think he can defend
can't
this.
survive on the left.
No way. You split off way too many tanks, I think.
The elites and the vets coming out, like, you know, even if this was a base trade right now, like, just the number of rhinos that surround. And this will put ZAIN on match point. Best of 11, boys and girls. It's 4-2 right now. It's looking like ZAIN's game. There's the GG from Zander. So 5-2 for ZAIN. The best game I think I've ever seen on DMZ, not DMZ, sorry, Desert Island, is when Woody versus Legend Showmatch. I think either I or MJ streamed it. I definitely casted it. and it was like best of 11 and final match point for Woody, and Legend lost. And Woody built like 4 units out of his war factory, apart from miners, and he ended up killing Woody. Woody ended up killing Legend with miners. He built like over 100 miners and just stormed.
Wait, that was his only unit?
Yeah, he built like 4 rhinos and like, you know, 2 mags in the entire game. But he built over 100 miners and he just slowly stormed Legend. And he beat Legend with miners. He built over 100 miners and like less than 10 like military units out of his war factory.
What the fuck? I didn't watch that game. This sounds pretty chaotic.
I'll give it a find it. But yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. I think Legend took a couple of games, to be fair to him.
Oh. Wow.
Ooh.
I think Sander might have gotten lucky. I don't think he targeted, but there was 2 dogs that were taking the shots from the miner first, and the drone went in, but the miner killed both dogs and then shot at the drone just in time before he was actually used as fodder.
Never underestimate luck when comparing it to skill. Is something like well, talking of which,
got him this time. He can't be lucky every time.
No, exactly.
They do exchange. They exchange it. It looks like ZAIN just built his war factory just as he got drone, so he doesn't have to cancel any buildings or anything, so he's good. Meanwhile, though, I think, did Sander have to cancel something? Or he built his refinery, right?
John built his ref.
Oh, that tank might have cock-blocked. Oh! That tank cock-blocked the miner for a split second. So,
ZAIN's miner.
Yes. ZAIN's miner was going toward the depot. One of ZAIN's tanks came out, as you see it right now, primary toward like the gems. They bumped each other.
Over.
Yes, they bumped each other for a split second and it didn't make it in time. It just died on the depot. If they had that 1 millisecond on it, that's actually interesting. Bottom, Sander sleeping. Lose the miner.
I think Zund has given up mentally. I think Zund has mentally given up. I don't know him very well, so I can't confirm. I hope he doesn't give up mentally, because he can't win this. He absolutely dominating ZAIN. Push him. But, push like a pregnant lady. I think I get the impression that he's mentally given up. Like it's one of those things that you can tell quite often when you get to know players.
Oh, nice
Connie, push.
Yeah, Sander's even droning his tanks, by the way. One of his tanks is droned right now. He had a drone.
Oh!
Very nice. All right.
Good, excellent. I want Sander to have like that extra bit of motivation.
Let's get it going.
Right, now you can continue talking. I just need to say something for the YouTube video. Otherwise, MJ shouts at me.
So anyways, yeah, Valorant is a mixture of Counter-Strike and Overwatch. That's what Valorant is. And it's actually a really, really great game.
I mean, Counter-Strike I liked insofar as it was one of those games where... And I never liked COD. I like COD Black, like Zombies, so like the Black Ops one. But I never liked other COD. I was always a Battlefield man myself.
I never played Battlefield.
I like the big maps. I like the vehicles. I like the fact that... Like, they're similar, don't get me wrong. Like, there's not a big difference here. But, you still feel the difference of, like, in Battlefield, you die quicker. And, like, not as fast as CSGO. But, the CSGO has that thing, right? You get shot 4 times, max, and you're dead. You're dead. COD, you get shot 4 times and you're down, like, 2% health.
You're basically dead, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's all good and fun, and that's why I like COD every now and then for a drop-in with mates. You play 20 minutes and it's easy. But if you're going to do competitive shit, then, I think CSGO or Battlefield or something like that is just a bit more... You can get stuck into, right?
Yeah.
And so anything more in line with CSGO or Battlefield, I'm absolutely up for trying. Anything like COD, where it takes a million years for you to die, and you spawn on top of your enemies. You don't have like spawning zones and everything like COD does. That's what another thing that pisses me off about COD. HC gets drained. You know, you're like, area secured, and then 24 enemies spawn on top of you because spawning moves all around the ship or wherever. Yeah, I'm not an FPS point anyway.
Alright, well, we're gonna bring it right back. Top right, he sells the refinery to put a depot there. And we got on the bottom side no depots. So ZAIN's looking strong. Yeah,
ZAIN
right now.
did not get his dangerous
ahead.
ore. Neither does HC. This is looking bad for both of them, Ed. I don't know what to tell you, but both of them made a real fuck up by not getting their gems, the dangerous gems, first.
Yeah, Sanders' second miner got droned. He actually, look at his miners. They're long distance mining from the top right oil, by the way. One of them had to go all the way to the depot to get repaired up there.
Of course, Ed, because I'm a G. Ed?
ZAIN's sitting in a very, very comfortable position, I want to say.
Bob.
He's looking like he's the favorite right now.
Okay, so here's a legit question for you, Ed. It's become a meme on Divide Freeze Over for this stream. Over a year since Armageddon, if not before. Your first refinery on this map, do you build as Soviet, not Allied, but as Soviet? Do you build your first ore refinery on the expansion or back at home?
I always build it at home.
Okay, so you're a noob. Sure, yeah. But if you're Allied.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you build it back at home?
Well, first of all, I feel like it's safer at home for any push that might happen very early on. If there's a drone, you're still more secured on your side. I feel like, at least. Yeah. Whereas
agreed.
On the left side, they can probably easily drone you. You're kind of
agreed.
They can send a tank out there, the first tank on a drone, and they can just kill that before your tank gets over there. I don't know. It just seems like it's a more fragile spot. Like right now, he can easily pick it off. Look how easy it was for him to just go up there and pick it.
Can I make a counterpoint?
Yes, sir.
So your point about the miner is very good. I may or may not have not thought about that before. But if you build a refinery at your dangerous ore, but like either expansion, doesn't matter which side you spawn, by the time the opponent gets up there to kill your miner and or ref and or oil, you have gained from those gems more than the price of your ref, because you've got at least one gem dump, which is $2,000, right, from a Soviet miner. You've probably got at least 2 dumps, which is $4,000, right? So if you don't build your ref up there and they still going up there to kill you, then you don't get any of it. Whereas if you build your first ref up there, you get 2,000 minimum, if not 4,000 or more if they don't try and kill it early game, and you've lost nothing. So there is literally no reason not to put an ore refinery at your expansion first, because you are guaranteed to recoup the cost of your refinery. Whereas if you don't put a refinery up there at the very start, they might kill your ore refinery, in which case you're never going to get any of that before the game ends.
I see where you're coming from. On this map,
that's my argument. That's my argument.
And it's a good one too.
But please tell me why I'm wrong, and then I will never do it again.
No. I'm not telling you you're wrong. It's a good argument. I mean, I just see things that might happen that might actually mess something up down the road. One thing, for example, is that once you put that refinery there, you're stuck with that refinery there, right? So you're not selling.
You build a war and then you build a second ref back at home.
Yeah, exactly. So you build a second ref at home, and then you're gonna have to build that next ref, which you're gonna have to get a power. If you get droned, you're gonna have to build a depot, which will knock you out on low power immediately. So while you're trying to repair your miner, you're gonna be on low power because you still have that extra refinery. Here, I feel like you sell your first depot, or no, they make a power regardless.
Woo!
Never mind.
Sorry, it's got you off, Ed. Bottom right. 3 miners gonna go down for ZAIN. 2 miners do go down, but third doesn't quite.
Look at the top. ZAIN's already in his base. He's already finished things off.
Wait, GG's?
Yeah, he's already killing his base.
Oh, he's killing his base. I was looking down south.
Player defeated.
It was a horrible start, or a great start, I should say, for ZAIN. He droned 2 miners. He forced Sander to sell his top refinery, make a depot there. That was really, really nice from the get-go for ZAIN. Unfortunate for Sander there.